Based on the text, what is true about Miss Ochiltree's acquaintances? The following text is adapted from Charles W. Chestnut's 1901 novel, The Mirror of Tradition. Miss Ochiltree was a woman of strong individuality, whose comments upon her acquaintances, present or absent, were marked by a frankness at a time no less than startling. This characteristic caused her to be more or less avoided. Miss Ochiltree was aware of this sentiment on the part of her acquaintances, and rather exulted in it. So the text highlights how Miss Ochiltree was very frank about the comments about her acquaintances, and this characteristic of being frank caused her to be avoided by her acquaintances. And Miss Ochiltree knew about this, how her acquaintances had avoided her, and she rather liked it. So with that, let's look at the answer choices. A. They tried to refrain from discussing topics that would upset Miss Ochiltree. This is incorrect because nothing in this option choice is mentioned in the text, because the text focuses on how Miss Ochiltree made comments upon her acquaintances that were marked by a frankness that was very startling, and this caused the acquaintances to avoid her, and that in the end that Miss Ochiltree knew the sentiment and rather liked it. This option choice A, which is about how the acquaintances try to refrain from discussing topics that would upset Miss Ochiltree, isn't mentioned at all in the text. Therefore, we can eliminate A. B. They are unable to spend as much time with Miss Ochiltree as she would like. This is incorrect because it says clearly in the text that Miss Ochiltree knew that her acquaintances were avoiding her and that she rather exulted in it, which means that she liked it. Therefore, the fact that it says here that they are unable to spend as much time with Miss Ochiltree as she would like is wrong, because she does not care very much about spending that much time with her acquaintances. So with that, we can eliminate option choice B. C. They are too preoccupied with their own concerns to speak with Miss Ochiltree. This is incorrect because nothing in the text suggests this, where nowhere does it say that her acquaintances were too preoccupied to speak with Miss Ochiltree. So we can eliminate option choice C. D. They are likely offended by what Miss Ochiltree has said about them. This seems to be the correct answer because this is the logical conclusion here, where the comments made by Miss Ochiltree about her acquaintances was very frank, that was quite startling, and then this caused her acquaintances to more or less avoid her. And this makes sense here that her acquaintances were offended by what Miss Ochiltree has said about them, and for that reason they avoid Miss Ochiltree. So with that, we know that the correct answer is D.